pink.
Trendy.
Well, good morning and welcome to Vision. Now that the Mandalorian has told me I can go, we can go. Let's stand together and sing some affirmations.
Honestly, let us pray. I really can't do that. I really can't do that. Thank you. But I can do this. And I can talk now. Yay! That's way better, isn't it? Oh my gosh. Welcome to Vision, where we're clearly observing Comic-Con weekend, right? I love all my cosplay kids. Yay! Who's here in costume? Look at these guys. I just love it. Anyway, now let's pray. I give great thanks for this day. I know it is whole and complete and blessed. I know Spirit is in charge and all is well through the giggles and the laughter and the play. I know that the Eternal One stands behind all of it. There is only one. There is only Spirit. And I know its wholeness. I know its wholeness, and I know that its wholeness exhibits itself, breathes itself, and explores the physical world through us and as us. I know that everything that God is expresses through us, from the abundance to the wisdom and everything in between. There is only this one life, and it is out picturing as all physical life everywhere. So from galaxies and supernovas and gas clouds and planets to the very cells in our hearts that beat and the cells in our lungs that breathe. I know it is all one thing. It is all spirit. It is all the energy of God, and God is love, so we are that. I give great thanks for this day, for the humor, for the coming together of this community, for the love that is here, and for the transformations that happen. I am so grateful, and so it is. So, how's everybody? How's everybody doing? Yay? Good. And my ears all intact? Everything's happening. You know, before we go further, I want to bring up Liz Lemon. Where are you, Liz? Where are you? Oh, there you are. I'm sorry. I'm going to bring up Liz Lem because she's spotlighting our pride person for this Sunday, and I'm loving it. Thank you so much for saying yes. And I'm stepping aside, and I'm giving the lectern over to you.
Good morning. Elizabeth Bishop, 1911 to 1979. Elizabeth Bishop was one of the 20th century's most important poets. Her life was one of loss, travel, and love. And she loved her first partner, Loda de Macedo Suarez, and her second partner, Alice Methvesel. She also loved poetry. She won the Pulitzer Prize, and among many other awards. This poem is a villanelle. It's a highly structured poem. She revised it over 20 times, which is proof to her craft as a poet. It was featured in the film Reaching for the Moon, which is about her life with Lotta. Here's the poem, One Art by Elizabeth Bishop. The art of losing isn't hard to master. So many things seem filled with the intent to be lost that their loss is no disaster. Lose something every day, accept the fluster of lost door keys, the hour badly spent. The art of losing isn't hard to master. Then practice losing farther, losing faster, places and names and where it was you meant to travel. None of these will bring disaster. I lost my mother's watch. And look, my last or next to last of 3 loved houses went. The art of losing isn't hard to master. I lost 2 cities, lovely ones and vaster. Some realms I owned, 2 rivers, a continent. I miss them, but it wasn't a disaster. Even losing you, the joking voice, a gesture I loved. I shan't have lied. It's evident the art of losing isn't too hard to master, though it may seem like, say it, like disaster. Thank you.
Thank you, Liz. We have licensed practitioners here. This is serious business. These are people who have gone through this study, which is lengthy, right? Years of learning the art of compassionate listening and the science of healing prayer, because we know prayer changes things. So there is a prayer request form in your bulletin. Fill it out, put it in the prayer boxes. Our licensed practitioners pray on it all week long. If you leave your phone number there, we'll give you a call at home and pray with you over the phone, or leave a prayer on your voicemail, however you would like to be served in prayer. We are here to serve you because we know that this is a philosophy, a faith, a way of life. It is a science. We know it works. And so please avail yourself of that and begin that transformation. Change your thinking, change your life. I'd love for the practitioners to raise their hands, the practitioners and ministers, so that look at around you. Look at all these people. These are the people that will just enable us to, they're the facilitators, basically, birthing a new you. They're midwives of our spiritual lives, and they really will help facilitate transformation in your life as well. I don't even have an order of service up here, so I have no idea what I'm doing, but I know, right? But what I know is, oh, look at you. But what I know is we're going to, I'm going to pull out that guest packet, right? That's the next thing. Oh, let's see, I got hands. Okay, I know, right? Here it is. These are the guest packets. Tells you everything you want to know about Vision, a Center for Spiritual Living, our affiliation with Centers for Spiritual Living worldwide, and the kinds of philosophy that we have. Of course, Ernest Holmes began this philosophy back in 1920, even earlier than that. Actually, his first book was in 1918, so it's been over 100 years, and it still holds true today, because what he found, what he said he synthesized, was the truths that run through all of the world's religions. And I love that, and I know you love that, because you're here, and we're here to transform our lives. This is the guest packet. All that info is in here. Grab one, get one, look it over, give it to a friend, invite them in, because you know they need transforming too, right? They're the ones you go, listen to this. Listen to this, you need it. So give them a guest packet and invite them in. There's a greeting on the front. We're going to say it together right now. You with me? Whoever you are and wherever you are welcome here, you are safe, and you are loved. Please turn to someone alongside of you, in front or behind, and welcome them into Vision 2. Give them your name, maybe. Go to lunch later. I'm going to turn it over to James now and his wonderful celebration singers, and they're going to sing our centering song to prepare us for our 5-minute meditation. Thank you.
I breathe and know the truth for me. I breathe and know the truth for you. We breathe and know the truth for all. We breathe and know the truth. I breathe and know the truth for me. I breathe and know the truth for you. We breathe and know the truth for all. We breathe and know the truth. I breathe and know the truth for me. I breathe and know the truth for you. We breathe and know the truth for all. We breathe and know the truth. We breathe and know the truth. We breathe and know the truth.
Good morning. My name is Marcus Gilliland, and I am a licensed practitioner here at Vision. Please take these quotations into your heart as we move into the silence and allow the tones of the bowl to bring you into and out of the 5-minute meditation. Healing may not be so much about getting better as about letting go of everything that isn't you. All of the expectations, all of the beliefs, and becoming who you are. That was Rachel Naomi Remen. And from our founder, Ernest Holmes, healing is not a process, but a revelation. For the revealing of the perfect person always heals. remaining in that space of calm, quiet. I know there is one thing happening, that is spirit creating, being more and more of itself all of the time. Unlimited, almighty, all-knowing, all-loving, all-powerful. It is that which is and always has been and always will be. Nothing ever came before it. There will be nothing after it, nothing beside it, nothing below it, nothing behind or in front of it, for all exists within this one power, this one life, this one love, this one grace, always relaxed in elegant repose. A universal presence, God, Spirit, everywhere, all the time. So I know that it's right here where I am, expressing as me. Everything that I am is an expression of this one life, this one source, this one power. It is not diminished by expressing as me. All of the power there is, all of the life there is, all of the love and grace and joy and happiness and peace and comfort exists at the very core of my being and expresses from within that core outward into this world. Connecting with others who, at the same time, are an expression of this one life, this one source. We all exist within this one embrace of love, this one embrace of life. And I know that the more that we are comfortable with the truth that we are exactly who we are meant to be, the more that we release pretense and judgment and worry and concern, the more that we reveal who we are, healing takes place within our own minds, within relationships, within structures, everywhere, all the time. This one life with a capital L celebrates that connection, celebrates that revelation, celebrates us knowing ourselves as beautiful, unique creations of it. It delights in that, resounds with a perfect yes in that. And so I know that's what's happening. That is what is happening right here, right now, and this morning. Through our connection, through our commitment to be here, to be as community, Spirit says yes. Oh my goodness, yes. So I know it is flowing freely through these words. I know it is flowing freely through Reverend Patti, through Cahill Delene, through our singers, through every single volunteer in the sound booth, through every smile, through every glance, through every twinkle of the eye that says yes, hello. That is Spirit connecting to Spirit again and again, over and over, knowing that it is good because it feels good, because God is good all of the time. So I give great thanks that that is what is happening right here, right now, in this moment. That there's nothing that I need to do to force this to be. Indeed, the more I release, the more I let go, the more I open myself to the truth of the unlimitedness of God, the more I am at ease, the more I can feel that universal yes resounding in me. So I do say yes. I do say thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, life. Thank you for understanding me. I release this into that infinite law of mind, that infinite law of spirit, that infinite law of yes, knowing that it returns to me good upon good, 1,000-fold. I let it go. I let it be. And so it is. Amen.
Today we have two of our favorite performers here together. They come down from the Yellow Brick Road. They literally live on the Yellow Brick Road in the beautiful, beautiful valley of Valley Center. And they write these beautiful songs that are inspired by the nature around them and their general goodness and well-being that they choose to project through their music. So please welcome Cahill and Delene.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark. Always a joy and an honor to work with you, bro. So we're going to do a song about revealing, because we're on healing and revealing today. And this is one that we co-wrote. It's kind of inspired by the work of Eckhart Tolle about becoming one with presence and in the perfect, generous now moment. This is called Wondrous Eyes.
Wondrous eyes, just open them wide. Wondrous eyes, magnified across the great divide.
It's as if I am seeing life for the first time. It's as if I've been blind, locked up in time. Have I been dreaming, or is this the dream unreeling? Like a lightning bolt to the sky.
Wondrous eyes, just open them wide. Wondrous eyes, magnified across the great divide. It's as if I've been walking around with a blindfold. It's as if someone suddenly pulled it all away. Why have I been crying when I could have been high flying? Thank you.
You know, I think my first Asilomar experience, we were in the main hall, and a senior minister from North Hollywood was the first one to take the stage, and Reverend Mark Vieira walked out wearing a really hot pink tutu, and I said to myself, I have found my people. So here we are at Comic-Con weekend. Oh, gotta love it. And you know, this is a month of speaking truth, so I want to speak some truth on you. We're going to just throw down some truth today. We are talking about speaking truth to circumstance, and that means really to conditions, right? Truth never changes, conditions change all the time. Every time we turn our back, right, conditions are changing. So, so speaking truth means living in the truth, being in the truth despite conditions around us. Even the conditions that don't look anything like truth. Even the conditions that may look awful or upside down or weird or whatever, we know that we stand in the truth. We stand in the truth. We face them. It's not like denying the conditions. We don't deny the conditions like ostriches, you know, like the metaphysician in hell. It's like, la, 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 you know, I'm not here and it's not hot, you know. We don't do that. We look through the conditions and say, this is not the truth of me. This is not the truth of us. There is a higher truth to be revealed. And when we look at that and we know that about ourselves, then that eventually is what has to outpicture, right? What we're talking about here is really holding the high watch. You know that expression, holding the high watch? We do it here. Usually there's a practitioner around the room that holds the high watch during service. We hold the high watch for special events. And what that is one practitioner or two or a dozen, who cares, sitting in meditation, knowing only God. Just knowing only God. And could you imagine if that's what we did every day of our lives? Walking around, doing our business, being in the world but not of it. That's what that means, right? Knowing only God. How would that change our lives? How would that change our lives? Living in oneness only, all the time. There's no problems in God. There's no lack in God. There's no struggle in God, regardless of what the conditions are. There's only truth. And that is a high vibration to be in. Did you ever feel that when you come out of meditation? All right, everybody here meditates, right? Meditators, raise your hands. Oh, thank you, God. Okay, we all meditate, so you know what I'm talking about. You know how when you come out of meditation sometimes and you're like, and your vibration is so high, maybe your feet aren't even touching the ground, right? You're there. You are in that high vibration. You're in that oneness vibration. You are in the high watch. As Emma Curtis Hopkins referred to it, right? Keep your eyes lifted, and you're in the high watch all the time. That's what this high vibration is. And everything vibrates at a different frequency. Everything does. We're all energy. There's only energy. Nikola Tesla said this. He said, if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. That's all there is. That is all there is. And we know this. I mean, we've known this for a long, long time, right? We know the work that Max Planck and Niels Bohr did, right, in the 20s, quantum physics. When they started doing their work in quantum physics, everything is one thing. They found that out, right? Everything is connected to everything else. And energy is just everything, is the source of everything. Everything is vibrating at its own frequencies. And here's even the best thing. Here's what Max Planck said. He said, all matter originates and exists only by virtue of a force which brings the particles of an atom to vibration and holds this most minute solar system of the atom together. We must assume behind this force the existence of a conscious and intelligent mind. This mind is the matrix of all matter. That was Max Planck. Who knew he was a metaphysician? Oh my gosh, science proving spirituality. You gotta love it. And of course the ancient people knew this as well. They didn't know the science behind it, but they knew it intuitively. The mystics knew it. That's why this philosophy of ours is called New Thought, Ancient Wisdom. Because we went back to the source. Ernest Holmes went back to the source, those original mystics who knew the truth, even though they couldn't prove it scientifically, they knew it. We knew this a long time ago, and then we took a side trip, didn't we? As a people, as a species, we wound up taking that side trip into dualism with Rene Descartes and his Cartesian philosophy of dualism, right? Stuff and things, parts is parts. and it's like different. And one of the deepest and most lasting legacies of the Descartes philosophy was the thesis that mind and body are distinct, that they have nothing to do with each other. And that thesis is called mind-body dualism. And what we know is that that's not the truth of us. Quantum physics came along after that. And here we are. What the mystics knew all along, that there is only one, that there is only energy, that there is only intelligence, that energy is all that there is, and it simply outpictures in form, outpictures in form, outpictures in form, then absorbs itself back, and then outpictures again. There's only one. Energy is all there is. This is universal intelligence. And it flows into us. It flows into us from the source. Look, the truth is that spirit, mind, universal intelligence is all there is, and it is what gives life and direction to our brain. Our brain doesn't do it by itself. It is downloaded into. If universal intelligence didn't download itself into us, right, without universal mind, our brain is just a 2-pound lump of water, fat, and neurons. It wouldn't think a thing, It responds to our frequencies, and it collects itself into form based on our most predominant thoughts. That's all it is. It's one thing just responding to itself. And we are itself. Ernest Holmes said this. He said, the approach to spirit is directly in our own mind. But mind cannot accept what it rejects. We either believe or we do not. We cannot believe and disbelieve at the same time. We cannot walk two ways at the same time. We must learn that the mind can, if we desire, be controlled so that we can gradually come into a habitual state of thinking the way we choose to think. This can only be possible when we recognize that thoughts are things. So we have to choose to think what we think. We have to train our minds. This is a mind training. We get to choose our thoughts. Some people's like, oh, I'm worried. Well, stop worrying. Well, I can't stop worrying. Well, why not? You're the only person in there. There's nobody else in there. Like that old horror movie, the call is coming from inside the house. You're the only one in there. Change your thinking. Change your thinking. Everything is one thing. It's energy, and it vibrates at different frequencies. Energy, vibration, frequency. Again, going back to the Tesla quote. And we also know, and it's been proven scientifically, that higher frequencies are healing frequencies, right? You've read that with the Force versus Power and all those books. The healthy body has a vibrational frequency range of about between 62 and 70 megahertz. That's what's healthy for us. That's what's good. You know what lowers it? Junk food. Things that we put in our bodies can lower that frequency. Coffee does for some weird reason, and I don't like that. I'm going to have to think about that more. But a healthy body vibrates at about 62 to 70 megahertz. Now, you got a cold or the flu, you're vibrating at about 58 megahertz. Now, the cold doesn't lower the frequency of your vibrational energy. The lower frequency increases your susceptibility to disease. See how that goes? Right? Okay, so what is the stuff that lowers it? Well, it is, our things of thought. our worry, our discontent, our grief, or whatever can lower those frequencies, and that makes us then susceptible to disease. This is why part of our spiritual practice is doing things to keep our vibration as high as it can. What kinds of things? I mean, like, you know what they are. You do them, and don't you feel better, right? The things that we do that raise our vibrational energy. You know, singing, right? Singing, dancing, music, meditation, prayer, walking in the woods, walking by the ocean, sticking your bare feet on the grass, doing the loving your body exercise in the morning. Anybody? We do the loving exercise? Yeah. Love, right? Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful me. The other wonderful body thing is to start at your toes, and just before you even get out of bed, when you wake up, you do the love your body exercise, right? I love my toes. I love my toes. I'm so grateful for my toes. You start there, work your way all the way up. You love your toes because toes are really good, right? I mean, if it weren't for your toes, you'd be tipping over all the time. You know how it is, right? You lean forward and it's like, oh, you can feel your toes. They grip, right? If they weren't there, you'll just fall right on your face. Every part of your body has a gift it's giving you. So you do this thing, you do the love your body exercise before you even get out of bed. You go from your toes to your feet and your ankles and just love every single part. Every single part raises your vibration, raises your frequency. Loving your body is one of the best things that you can do to keep your vibration high so that you are resistant to whatever bug or thing is like floating through human race consciousness. These practices keep our vibration at a higher level, at the level of health. And Ernest Holmes said this. He said, healing is not creating the perfect idea or the perfect body. It is revealing an idea that is already perfect. Healing is not a process, it's a revelation. That was in your quote this morning, Marcus, right? And so Ernest Holmes went on to say, there may be a process in healing, but not a process of healing. The process in healing is the mental work we do. The time it takes the practitioner, and we are all practitioners, right? Some of us are licensed, some of us are not, but we're all practitioners because we're all practicing this philosophy. He said it takes time for the practitioner to convince him or herself of the perfectness of the life, the perfectness of your life, and the length of time it takes for us to really absorb that truth of our perfection. Whether you're working with a licensed practitioner or you're on your own doing your own work at home, this is the way it works. This is the way it works all the time. Healing is the revelation of the truth of our wholeness, which has been there all along, beneath the illusion of the ideas of separation, right? Beneath the illusion of separation. So when we keep our thoughts on oneness, on wholeness, on perfect God, perfect human, perfect body, perfect conditions will begin to outpicture. Because that's all we're filling ourselves with is truth. This is our practice now, isn't it? This is what we do, is to continue to reveal the truth. So what about the hurts? Right, because they're probably in there too somewhere, aren't they? What about the betrayals, the wounds, the false thoughts, the limiting beliefs, the stuff we've been carrying around in our bodies up until now, right? You know that stuff. The things that are actually in the very cells of our body. Well, this is also part of our healing practice. Aya Ehime, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, said this. She said, you've got to resurrect the deep pain that is within you and give it a place to live that is not in your body. Let it live in your artwork. Let it live in your music. Let it live in writing. Let it be devoured by building brighter connections. Your body is not a coffin for pain to be buried in. Put it somewhere else. It's like, that is our practice, isn't it? That's our practice of healing. We heal it all, right down to the cellular level. This is another part of our faith philosophy, ridding ourselves of these old energies, this negative energy, these lower vibrational energies that are still stored in the very cells of our bodies, making us more susceptible to illness, making us more susceptible to disease. Right? The grief we carry around with us, the longing, the unfulfilled desires in us, they play out somewhere in our body. You know, there's an old expression that says the body is the battlefield the mind goes to war on. Grief, it's a tough thing, right? The grief of losing a loved one. The longing of not finding that special someone you want to share your life with. The feelings of suppression of creativity. If you only could, you would, but you can't because whatever. The feelings of lack of good. Your good is out there somewhere, but it's not here, and you haven't manifested it yet. The rejection of people around you, maybe that are supposed to love you, but they don't. All of these low vibrational feelings eventually play themselves out on our bodies. And so we go back to truth. And we know what Ernest Holmes said, healing is not a process but a revelation. For the revealing of the perfect human always heals. The process, if there is one, is the time and the thought it takes to arrive at the correct understanding of the human's perfect state in spirit. And that is the truth, because we're not our bodies, we're not our matter. Matter is simply spirit. That's why there is no material man, there is only spiritual man. There is only spiritual woman, because everything about us is spirit, right? We just said that in the beginning, God is all there is, and there's only energy, so our bodies are energy, even the cells of our bodies are energy. So there is an energetic human. And this process is not hard or easy. It's a process. That's it. That's what Ernest Holmes said. And this is another part of our faith philosophy, is remembering the truth that there is no big and little in spirit. There is no hard and easy in spirit. When we go to prayer for something, it doesn't matter what it is. I'm going to go to spirit. You know, it's not harder to heal the flu than it is a head cold, right? In spirit doesn't know the difference. Emerson said it. There is no great and no small to the soul that maketh all, and where it cometh all things are, and it cometh everywhere. So all there is just this one energy. Ernest Holmes said it's just as easy to demonstrate $1 million as it is to demonstrate $1. No difference. Spirit doesn't have a clue, right? I mean, it's not harder and easier. Spirit simply reveals. That's all it does. God realized is God demonstrated. Thank you, Emma Curtis Hopkins, right? God realized is God demonstrated. So when we get it in our minds, we know it, we got it. And Ernest Holmes said this, he said, the philosophy of spiritual mind healing, which is what we do, affirmative prayer, is based on the conception that we are living in a universe of intelligence, a spiritual universe, that thoughts are things, that definite states of consciousness, as they become subjective, operate through a receptive field and tend to reproduce themselves in form. That's a whole lot of words for thoughts or things. Thoughts are things. That's what it is. We know that when we plant a seed, something happens to the seed. Nothing happens to the soil, right? Something happens to the seed. We don't tell the soil what to do. We don't even tell the seed what to do. We just do the planting. We tend the soil. We feed it. We fertilize it, we water it, we create an optimum environment, don't we, for the seed to become a plant. That's what we do with our own seeds of our own mind when we keep the high watch. When we're planting seeds of intention in our mind, we have to do the same thing with our thoughts. Keep them high, keep them positive, keep that vibration up there, knowing the possibility. We create the optimum environment in our own personal use of universal intelligence so that our seeds of thought sprout as the manifestations in our lives. The seeds of thought that we desire, the ones we plant intentionally, that we want to reap the harvest of. We just have to know that it works. We don't have to know how it works. How does it work? I don't know. Ernest Holmes said, I don't know. He knows that it works. He knows that it works. He knows that three aspects of the divine, the seed, soil, plant, the idea getting implanted in subjective mind going to work automatically without question, manifesting something. And it manifests our most predominant thought. And what is that thought? If it's a fear thought or a low vibrational thought, and that's what outpictures. What if it's a high thought? It's the best outcome possible. Then that is what normally outpictures. We have to know that it works. We don't have to know how it works. In many cases, trying to figure out how it works is what keeps it from working, right? You know that, right? You're struggling with understanding. How did we do this one? I don't know. I don't know how to work the law. I'm not good enough to direct the law. All these mental attitudes can actually delay manifestations, right? Because they're putting the brakes on spirit. You're, again, walking in two directions, right? That Ernest Holmes said we can't do, right? We can't believe and doubt at the same time. So it almost puts the brakes on our manifestations, on our receptivity. Because we're like, I don't know, let me figure it out. I don't have a clue. You know, I can't do this. I'm not smart enough. I haven't read enough. I haven't gone to enough classes or attended enough lectures or workshops or whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. All of that really is like holding yourself back. These mental attitudes can delay our manifestations. And Emma Curtis Hopkins said, the world will persist in exhibiting before you what you persist in affirming the world is. So if you say it's hard, it'll be hard. If you say, oh, manifesting is easy schmeezy, it is easy schmeezy. If you say, oh God, this is gonna be a tough one, it will be. The world will persist in exhibiting before you what you persist in affirming it is. And when we say we're unable to, the universe goes, yep, you're right. If you say, oh, good, this is going to take a long time, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Remember, your frequency. This is your frequency that the universe is responding to. Raise it. Raise it. Remember your frequency. The higher, the better. And Emma said something in one of her lectures, I don't even remember which one it is, but I bet you James knows. She said, forgive my lack of confidence to command the law. Wow, isn't that us a lot of times? Lack of confidence to command the law. We stand in our power, we stand on our truth, and then we go, I don't know, is it gonna work? Maybe it's gonna work, maybe it's not gonna work, I don't know, I'll see. And then if it doesn't work, you're like, where are you, God? You know, time, right? Not in God's timing, what's going on? Forgive my lack of confidence to command the law. Stand up and claim it. Stand out there and claim it, right? You know you can heal. Know that you can heal. Accept it as truth. Even if everybody on earth says you can't do it. I don't care. I don't care if everybody on earth says I can't. Truth says you can. Truth says you can heal. Ernest Holmes said, healing is our birthright. It was true before anybody knew it. And it's true now, and it'll always be truth. Yeah, we have to know that it works. We peel away the effects. What lies beneath is wholeness. When we peel away the conditions, the false beliefs, the I can't, or I'm not educated enough, or I didn't go to school, or I don't have initials after my name, or I'm too old, or I'm too young, or whatever it happens to be, when we peel away those conditions, those false beliefs, those fear thoughts, those not enoughness thoughts, what lies beneath is wholeness. It has been there all along. Healing is the revelation of the truth of our being. Thank you.
A little special treat for you. We got Mr. Mark on accordion today.
Oh, there we go. And thank you, Reverend Patti, for that beautiful message. And not only that, but you make an awfully cute Yoda. All right. So this is a Karen Drucker song. And that's right, we're in the key of C. This is a Karen Drucker song, and to fulfill this affirmation of healing and revealing, this is called Happy, Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. And every time we say that phrase, we want you to sing along, all right? 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. I'm so happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I know the light of love is shining in my eyes. I'm so happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. I'm so happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Sing it now. Happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I know the light of love is shining in my eyes. I'm so happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. A little birdie told me that life is so sweet. As I listen to his song, I know I am complete. I have all the keys to love, joy, and peace. The power is infinite, and love will increase. I'm so happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I know the light of love is shining in my eyes. I'm so happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. A little birdie told me life is so sweet. As I listen to his song, I know I am complete. I have all the keys to love, joy, and peace. The power is infinite, and love will increase. I'm so happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. I'm so happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I know the light of love is shining in my eyes. I'm so happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. I'm so happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. You'll be singing that all week long, I hope.
It doesn't get better than that. Holy moly. Okay, now it's our time for online online. No, we're here in the room. Conscious circulation. Conscious circulation. What I wanted to say is whether you give online or you give here in person, I want it to be conscious. I want you to remember it. So if you do give through your bank or through the online tithing or whatever, just remember it. Put it on your heart. Know it right here, right now. Because it has to be a conscious circulation. To know that you receive good from Spirit always, right? No matter where you get it from, it's still from God, right? Wherever it's from God. So bring that into your consciousness, hold it in your heart, and let us pray. I give great thanks for this one life, which is God's, knowing that it is abundant, it is beauty, it is joy, it is peace. All of those qualities of God are qualities of everything because Spirit has invested itself in all material, in all matter. So I know from the farthest galaxy to the innermost atom of my being, that's still only one. It's still only one. Behind us stands the eternal. And I know all of those qualities are qualities of us, and they flow through us and as us. And the more we awaken to them, the more we demonstrate them, the more we get to demonstrate. I give great thanks for this. For the law of giving and receiving is in perfect balance. As we give, so do we receive. And I know and accept that as we receive gratefully, we pass on graciously to others, to people, places, and things that gift us with truth. And so giving great thanks for this cycle all the time, this cycle of life, I simply let it be. And so it is. Okay, here's the deal. I know you have demonstrations of answered prayer in your life. I know that you pray. I know that you meditate because I just interviewed you, right? You raised your hand. Okay, so when you have that demonstration of answered prayer, give me a shout, right? Email me, revpatty@visioncsl.com, and I will share your demonstration of answered prayer because it's so important. It's another one of those things that keeps our vibrational frequency up, isn't it? It's like, oh my God, another demonstration, another one. This stuff works. I'm going to have to do more of it, right? Isn't that what you say? So please email me so that I can report back to us, to the whole group, about how your demonstration of answered prayer was. Okay, got it? All right, good. And now it is time for the last word by the Mandalorian.
This is the way. My helmet keeps falling off. I protect Grogu. Grogu. Somebody. If I get the damn names right. Hello, everybody online. We continue our meet and greet right after our celebration. We have practitioners available for one-on-one prayer. What do we know? Prayer changes things, right? Yes. So welcome and join us for that. We have a movie coming up this Wednesday night. Can you hear me all right in this thing or what? Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. It will be starting at 7 p.m. We're going to be showing that. That's a book that came out in the 70s, very well known. So it's a very popular movie right now. Join us for that. On Thursday, Vibe Up Thursday, led by Liz Bird. Liz is here with us today. She goes from 6:30 to 7:30 right in one of our classrooms. Join her for that evening of an hour of all kinds of wonderful, fantastic stuff, and I'll be taking that class soon. On Saturday night, yeah, the Mandalorian will be taking the class on Thursday. On Saturday night, Peter Volan's going to be here. We have another fantastic concert. Yes. So we've already sold out all of our tables, so if you'd like to come and be a part of that, we have chairs available for general admission. Love to have you be a part of our concert series. Betty Brink and her team is going to be putting together a group of Mondays. It's in person and online called the Intuition Group. Are you talking about this today, Betty? Or come on up. Let's go. The Mandalorian has no time to wait.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Good things come to those who wait. So a group of us have decided that we would like to deepen our intuition, maybe explore some psychic abilities, just do an exploration of how to get closer to spirit through a multitude of different ways. We're going to get together Mondays, maximum of 2 hours. The first part, we'll be doing some study, like an introduction to psychic abilities. We'll take different topics, whether it's mediumship or clairvoyance or tarot or astrology, whatever. The second part of it's going to be one-to-one practice. We get to play. So we're going to do this as a hybrid meeting, both in person and online. We're going to meet here at Vision, and those who can join, who want to join, who are not physically located in San Diego, are and don't want to come down here, are welcome to join online. There'll be a link on the website, and that's all I have to say. I hope you join us. Thanks.
Thank you, Betty Brink. We have another concert coming up with Janet Hammer and Nathan Fry. It's going to be on Thursday, August 3rd. Yes. Tickets are available in the Resource Center or online. We have a fantastic concert. Andy Anderson and Nathan were here this last week. Andy Anderson, who's back with us here in the back. We had a whole bunch of people in this room, and the concert was fantastic, so join us for those. So right after our celebration, we're going to continue our Congregational Theme Sunday. And I want to talk a little bit about on August 6th, Elle has put out this for us to do a chili cook-off. And I'm going to read what she said here. It says, bring your favorite chili or maybe try a new one out, whether sweet, spicy, savory, or reinvented. All creations and cultures are welcome. As a courtesy, please list the ingredients so that we know what we're eating. We will have a barbecue ready outside, so please bring your favorite grilled food, and we will cook it for you. So all kinds of things, hamburgers, hot dogs, all kinds of things. But chili cook-off, sign up inside of the hospitality area and sign up to be a part of our fantastic hospitality team. Be the Change. We're continuing to talk a little bit about our volunteer program. And so today I'm highlighting our event team. And our event team is the group who helps us when we do concerts and things. So tables have to be set up. We have to have somebody in our Cafe V. We have all kinds of things that have to be done, and we need some help in there. So if you want to be, if you want to be a part of Mandalorian keeps on bumping this. If you'd like to be a part of that team, join us for a fantastic opportunity to volunteer. See me or Reverend Patti or any of our core council members. On August 13th, we're doing a Vision, it's a new member program. So if you want to become a Vision member, please see myself or Reverend Patti as well. We'll give you a form. We're going to do our celebration that day and welcome in our newest members. And we're going to do that every 6 months. We can't wait to have you join us and be a part of this Vision community. The Vision Variety Show is going to be on August 24th. It's a Thursday night, led by Eileen Hay again, who's hosting that for us. Thank you, Eileen. See her if you'd like to be a part of the show. We have really, really cool acts going on that evening. So the Adopt-A-Bill is back. So last year, it's brought back by popular demand. And I know Joe Biden has been trying to do the Better Build Back program. Well, we're doing it better here at Vision. We brought back the Better Bill, and here it is, the Adopt-A-Bill program. And the way it works, again, is we have a board out on the lobby there, and it's all of our bills that we have for the year. And if you want to help and support us and giving and taking care of one of those bills, grab one of those little stickies, go see Paul in the Resource Center, or go online as well. You can also donate for that. But thank you very much. We've already raised $2,500 and we just started last week. Next week, Reverend Patti Paris is back. Her talk is Truth-Filled with Andy Anderson and the band. Thank you. And how about Cahill and Delene? Love these two. Thank you for being with us. Talk to you guys soon. Thank you.
Man, this outfit is so hot. I can't believe people can do this all day long down there. Holy moly, you know, and of course I didn't bring anything to change into, so anyway, enough of that. I would like the practitioners to come up to the front of the room. Thank you. Yeah, give them a hand. Practitioners and ministers, and just come on up, be ready for prayer. There was something else I wanted to say now, and I can't remember what it is. I just, like when that happens, oh, I know. The new member ceremony that we did was like 6 months ago, was it? I don't remember. It was a while ago. And we automatically get 6 months free subscription to Science of Mind magazine. So if you were a new member 6 months ago, did you get your magazine yet? Did you start getting your magazine? Yes? Okay, good, because you should be getting a 6-month free subscription. That's part of your membership. You get 6 months of free Science of Mind magazine. So if that's not another incentive for you to join, you know, right? Free magazine. Okay, just wanted to let you know. Anyway, let's do our affirmations. They're here. They're up on the big screen. Oh, I love it. Okay, let's say these together. Yeah, stand up, everybody. We're going to stand up. We're going to just ground in the truth of these. Health and wholeness are revealed through me right now. My life is unfolding in divine order. My body, mind, and spirit are one with infinite intelligence. We're going to say all three of those because they are so powerful. And I want to really hear you. I want you to know this is truth. You ready? Health and wholeness are revealed through me right now. My life is unfolding in divine order. My body, mind, and spirit are one with infinite intelligence. I just resonate with all three of them. Let us go within in prayer right here, right now, one last time this morning, knowing God is all there is, that God is all there is. We are some aspect of spirit. We are an outpicturing of the divine life, and everything that God is has been poured into these bodies. And the very bodies themselves are spirit, right down to the subatomic particles of us. That is just a vibration. It is just energy vibrating. It is spirit. It is the spiritual life of us, making itself known as form. And so we go through our lives and we claim our good. We know our good. We demonstrate our good to the extent that we absolutely embody and believe. So I give great thanks for everyone here. I know the truth for us. I know that we are one. I know that there is just spirit, that it is whole, perfect, and complete, and it is our life right here and right now, and so it is.
Spirit's grace for all, and the truth that sets